Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Keystone Bullet Ultralight 290 BHS bunkhouse travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you need plenty of room for that awning to come out. On your off campsite, you need plenty of room for your slide to come in and out. Preferably nothing hanging over top of it, and then leave yourself a nice walking path, because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in back here towards the rear on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your power is going to be in the docking station in your front compartment up here, or excuse me, your water will be in your front compartment. Once you get your parked so that you can utilize all the facilities at the campsite, next thing you do after unhooking your hitch is level your unit. Your unit does come with a power tongue jack. Night docking lights should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. There is a manual override. Underneath this rubber stopper right here, you can use that hand crank in case you lose power and you need to get this up or down. Speaking of power, check your battery post every now and then. Make sure your posts haven't wiggled loose traveling down the road. Once we got our unit level, the next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Your unit comes with power stabilizing jacks. Controls are right here in the front. I'm going to run the rear down a little bit. I'm going back there and show you those come down. I'm going to extend the front ones. As I do, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop. Keep them loose so you can adjust them coming down. Get a 4-pack of those. Use your 10% off coupon. Put them up underneath these feet here, and just run these down just until they're taut. Once both sides are down taut, that's as far as you want to go. Remember, we already have our unit level. All we're using these for is to stabilize. Right here where that crank you see going around, there's a manual crank for that in case you lose power in another way. Once we get our unit level and stable, next we can do is hook up our power. I'll show you these rear ones extended down a little bit. I'll run them back up. 30 amp service on your plug here. The way they go in now is they go into the left and then twist to the right, and then once they're on, put that gray washer on. At the end of that 30 amp cord, you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. This 30 to 110 adapter comes with your convenience pack. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. Real easy docking station here. Point a few things out before we're running through it. Black tank flush, fresh water, city water. Make sure your winterizing is off and your bypass is off. Come up here, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here. Hook up the city water connection, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Over here on the campsite, to the left of your entry doorway is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is throwing a little plumber's tape around there. Put this on there nice and snug. Once your drain plug is on there nice and snug, then you can go ahead and turn on that hose. After the hose has been on for a little while, you can go inside, deploy your slide if you need to, but get to your water taps. Open up your water taps, get the air out of the lines. Once the air is out of the lines, you can shut them back off. Then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to be at a campsite. We're going to go dry camping, or boondocking they call it. In that case, we'll simply fill up our fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Once that's full, remove your hose. Don't leave this unattended when you're filling it either. Put your cap back on, and then to utilize that water out of there, you'll want to turn on your water pump indoors. I'll show you that when we get inside as well. All right, we're hooked up with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Continuing here in the docking station. Again, city water, fresh water, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black tank. And here's your inlet for winterizing. Over here, your stabilizing jacks. I'm gonna pull them back ones up. Down here is where you'll hook up to satellite or cable TV. You have a spray port here with a hose that goes on that, hot and cold. Convenience area here to run your hoses down through. Your big pass-through storage. Coming down your off-camp side. Behind your slides is going to be your power and your black and gray tanks. We'll dump those when we leave the campsite. Storage here. You have a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Take the seams of your roof. I recommend about 3 times through the summer. Beginning, middle, and end. Caulk as needed. And make sure that you use recommended RV roofing caulk. Unit's also prepped for a Furion backup camera. Actually, that looks like it might be a Keystone backup camera. Different kind. Your back doorway. Going back in your extra bathroom. Keeps everybody from walking through. Tell you something about your awning real quick. Hypothetically, your campsite is at this end, starts raining, you want the water to come this way. Simply pull down on that pitch adjust. That's going to tilt your awning this way. You can do it from either end. Get all the rainwater to run a certain way. That black spray port hose will plug in on this side. Over here, outdoor kitchen area will stay up with a magnet. Simply pull this forward. Take your quick connect LP, pull it down underneath. Put your quick connect right there. Electric fridge. Make sure you lock this in for travel. It's not a magnet, you're gonna have to lift up on this to release it. This is access to the back of your fridge. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. Make sure nothing's ever blocking it. You are prepped for a TV out here. Cable in 110. You can put it on a table or mounting bracket behind this here. Again, your hot water heater. The other side of your pass-through storage with your hitchwork in it. Got lighting in here as well. Oh, right there. This would be your docking light up front. What's up top? Turn that back on. Your propane does come with a regulator. Simply pointing toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. This is your battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. And over here, you're prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there and that'll trickle charge your batteries. And that about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside the unit. So coming up beside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Coming right up this wall to your right as you come in, here's a control panel. So here's your brand new battery. Here's where you check all your levels. freshwater button, that's one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water's full. Black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas. Your water heater if hooked to electric. Makes a difference. Your water pump when you want to use that potable water. Your porch and ceiling lights. It's going to be your awning light there. Your slide control. Here's your awning control. On your awning, you only want to run that awning out until you can see that black bar and your flap is down to 90 degrees. That will extend itself past that and run itself up backwards. They've got to design one that stops at the correct point, so keep an eye on it as you're running it out. Don't leave it unattended. Make sure that you get it all the way up. Close this hinge door a little bit. I don't think it blocks it at all. I just wanted to move it. Alright, once we got our awning in, continue down here. More interior lighting for the bedroom. Down here is your thermostat. Crank your AC up. Okay, that start blasting. Sounds like the quick dump is open. Yep. Now we're going to shut your AC off. You see that shuts off rather quickly. Now I'm going to turn your furnace on. Hear that kick on. Now I'm going to shut your furnace off. And you'll notice that the furnace fan always takes a little bit longer to cycle through to shut off than the AC fan. Immediately in here, below your closet, is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s in there, a 10, a couple 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Continuing into your kitchen here, self-explanatory microwave. You have a fan and a light above your cooktop. The glass top makes a nice backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light. Hit your spark and there's your flame. Notice it changes from blue to red. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to light. Light it here. No need for a pilot light. And then set it to the desired temperature. Drop that panel light down and you'll see the oven. To your right here, below your oven, is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, and you're going to be gone for the day, use that battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Dometic Fridge. Open that up. Freezer. Turn it on. Lift up, push in the gas light, excuse me. And we're going to be on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you go to gas. Lift this up and it becomes just strictly gas. If that light comes on right here under check, then your gas is low. Generally, you're going to want that right on auto. Over here's your TV. Crank that up. Shut your obituaries off. Over here, AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, CD player. Really nice Furrion sound system. Turn your music up. So, there's our music indoors. Shut it off indoors. Now it's just outdoors. Or both. Again, AM, FM, Bluetooth compatible. You can touch it once and it's off. Back into your bathroom. Like I said, your separate entry doorway. You want to make sure you keep that locked when you're not camping. 110 with GFCI reset. Here's your lighting for in here. And you also have some plumbing to maintain. It's all PEX now, but just keep an eye on it. Make sure as you're bouncing this house down the road, nothing's wiggled loose. You do have a hand crank open exhaust vent above your shower. Bunk area. Windows that can fold down. USB ports up there. Window covers, excuse me. Lighting up there as well. Coming to your sofa or your entertainment seating. If you have a parachute pull, sit down, pull up on this parachute panel or handle, and that'll give you a recliner. You have storage for your remotes here. Now the table, you take this arm, turn it to the left. That'll bring your table out off the wall and down. Set it down onto these. Put your back cushions on top. That'll give you another sleeping quarter. Above your dinette, your smoke alarm. Another hand crank open, just a vent here. Your bedroom door. You want to make sure that this is snapped open for travel. Bedroom, individual lighting here. Prep for a TV in here as well. Cable in 110. And of course, your under bed storage. The other side of your bedroom door, make sure that's snapped open. And that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. I like to come over and shut off my ceiling light, because then I can walk around the unit, see all the individual lighting that I need to shut off. All this one-touch lighting. Yeah, I believe I shut the bathroom off on the way out. Now doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed and secure. Remote will be in here. One more light. Make sure nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. Glide room in. Slides in, lights are off, exit your unit. Now the most important thing on bringing your steps up, make sure that this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this could catch on it as it comes in. You see it comes pretty close. Set that in there, turn this either way, right or left, and lock that. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. Your door is now safe for travel. At this point, we're going to go around, unhook our power, our water, and our cable. Our docking station. We're going to dump our low point drain right there. That's our fresh water if you're out dry camping. And if you're at a campsite, you can get up underneath here and dump those two low point drains. Once that water's done, okay, come back to your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of your hot water out of here. Make sure you put that back down or your door won't close. And then you can pull your drain plug. Then we can hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Got a couple places to dump here. Got a black and gray there, and an extra gray tank here. Start in the back. You can get a longer, stronger hose and make a T, but you want to start by dumping your black tank first in the back. So hook up your hose, put the other end in the sewage, and pull your black handle. Now if that black handle sounds like it's no longer draining, or someone goes inside and touches the black tank button and sees that it's empty, leave that black handle open. Come up here again with your water pressure regulator and hook up right here at this orange part. This is your black tank flush. Turn the hose on at the dump station and let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all the nastiness out of your black tank. Remove your hose. Make sure that this is done dumping. Again, by pressing the button or listening to see if there's anything coming out. And then you can close your black handle. Pull this gray handle. The gray handle is going to be cleaner water. It just sinks in your showers. That'll clean the sewage hose out for you. Then you can come up to this gray tank. Hook your sewage hose up again and pull the handle on the right. Once that's done draining, again, that's gonna be cleaner waters. Clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this bullet for many years to come. Happy camping.